AHK Romania tries to emphasize the Farm to Fork topic on the Romanian public agenda. Therefore, it has chosen it as the theme of one of the 4 panels it organized in Berlin at the end of September with the occasion of the German-Romanian Business Conference. We invited Mrs. Ivonne Julitta Bollow, Senior Vice President for Corporate Responsibility and Public Policy at Metro, who was among the panelists, to share us the challenges of the Romanian food chain. First question, Mrs. Bollow, what are your first impressions about the panel you took part to? Are you satisfied with the outcome?
Yes, I think it was a very interesting panel where like the whole supply chain, so to say, starting with the farmers until the face to the consumer and customer has been reflected, so to say, and I think you do not have that very often in this context. The topic is also very fresh, an important one, farm to fork, and I think the organizers, the AHK Romania, really managed very well to bring together a bunch of people having the different angles, so to say, on the whole topic, and really focusing on the opportunities and of course also the challenges, but focusing on the challenges was always also connected to how it could be better. So I think it was a very positive panel.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, throughout your activity, we suppose that you noticed a lot of food waste, and that was the reason why you proposed setting up a food bank or more food banks to better manage the food waste. How do you see the functioning of these banks?
I think in Romania, the food bank, right now, food banks work quite good. So maybe it's important to say Metro has a global target of reducing its food waste in its own operation by 50% until 2025 compared to 2017. And we are on a very, very good track on it. It's a global target. So, of course, Romania has a role to play here too. And how do you manage your food waste? I mean, it starts already with the ordering process. Digitalization is a really game changer in this regard as well. It's about markdown, so to say, sales acceleration once the product is getting closer and closer and closer to the expiry date. But there is a big portion of food left or still over after all the measures that have been taken place or have been introduced already. What to do with what is left, so to say, a couple of days before the actual date of expiry. We set up in Romania, like we do in like the majority of other Metro countries where we are working. Metro was one of the founders of the food bank in Romania, and I think it started like 5 years ago. So not too long, I need to say, compared maybe to the German Die Tafeln. I do not know whether you have heard about, but it's actually our food bank. It's like in a lot of cities within Germany, like small ones, big ones, and so on. They are celebrating this year their 30th birthday, so to say. So the Romanian Food Bank, which is a partner of organization of the European umbrella organization, so to say, is a very young one. But I think it's really successful, and I said that earlier in the panel as well. I think we can be super proud of what the retailers, wholesalers together with the communities have launched when it comes to the Romanian Food Bank. So over the last years, 9 branches, regional branches, have been established. I can rather talk right now about the levels or the volumes of food that Metro has donated in these years. I think we donated more than 2,000 tons of food products to the Romanian banks. And I think that's almost 1/3 of what has been donated since the launch of the Romanian Food Bank, but I don't want to say something wrong here. So we use it a lot in order to, first of all, reduce the food waste that we have. And second, I think, and that's also important to say, the food banks play a vital role in Romania's community, and given the social situation of many, especially in the rural regions. So we have on the one hand a high amount of, or let's say comparably higher amount of food waste in Romania, being on the 9th rank within the European Union when it comes to volumes. On the other side, you have a higher share of people being at risk of poverty, especially in the rural regions. According to my information, 22.5% in Romania are at risk of poverty, meaning these food banks play a vital role for them. So we have on the one side the high share of food waste, on the other side people who are asking for food products. So it cannot be much more highlighted that these food banks play a very, very important role, and we are super proud that we are part of that. And I think it's a success story which shows once you incentivize, also from a tax perspective, we started when we needed to pay actually taxes for our food donation. That is a bit, that has changed, and this is good because of course that helps a lot for retailers, wholesalers also to donate their food. So we've gone a long way already, short, but not short in time, but long in terms of successes, and it shows how much we can gain from working together here.
So all this food which is gathered in a food bank is later donated to poor communities?
Yes.
Okay.
So we collect them, these products first in the stores, and then these food banks have their own logistics. So then they are picking the food up, and then they are distributing that to people coming to the food bank, or transfer it directly to community actors.
So you seem to be very satisfied with the outcome of this project. Do you need anything more from the authorities in this path?
I think the general approach, we have seen that on a couple of levels. We were talking earlier about local products, for example. I think the way of how to move challenges or the realities closer to the desired outcome is by incentivizing certain things that you would like to achieve. In the past, we have seen again and again also situations, not only in Romania, to be fair here, but where a wished outcome is rather being supported by penalizing anything different. But I think, therefore, I came up with the food bank example. It shows if you empower actors who really would like to drive something forward, that's a good thing. So rather empower those who can make a change, instead of making the narrow making the room of maneuver smaller for those who really would like, who are driven by changing something anyway, so to say. So I think that would be just my appel, so to say, my claim for how we should move or realize the Farm to Fork strategy in Romania in the future.
Mrs. Bollow, thank you very much.